Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. You join us in this uncharted system and it's time to go and chart it, so let's visit. I don't know whether we're going to do Gamma right away, by the way. That's the one that we're heading towards, the big main planet. I don't know if we're heading there right away because I kind of want to go to the other one that we were told about first, because Gamma seems very much more main quest, but we'll see. I think the other one is Veabos 6. Is the other one we need to go to. I can actually find out the answer to these questions. Yeah, so this is the other one that we were told about, which seems less important to the it seems less important to the plot as a whole. So we'll probably leave a little bit before we go there, before we go to Gamma, so we can go here first. But I want to explore the areas around Gamma because it should be the right level for us to explore. That's the idea anyway. So let's do a quick save here as well, so if we die to some horrible thing, we come back here. And let's do some scanning. Scan. What have we got? Adamantine! We needed that for some reason. I've forgotten why we needed that. Was that for a colony thing? Maybe? Yes, it might have been for this colony one. Did we want to do good tidings? No, we didn't. We wanted to do probably bonfires of righteousness. Yanis, did we have one that's sitting here waiting for adamantine? No, we have one that's sitting here waiting for us to do one of these. So we have phlogiston, so they're waiting for rep, and then Dargonis, we're working on doctrine of rationality. So we did need adamantine, just not for anything in particular yet. Let's go to this planet. Okay, scan. So we have some promethium. I've seen a planet burnt once before. Zar Maga. Exterminatus was invoked. Incendiary cyclonic torpedoes were deployed. The world was burned for several months until there was nothing but ash. Oh wow, so that might have been what happened here. I don't think we need any promethium. Let's have a look at the bizarre ruins. The bizarre structure observed from orbit appears to be the ruined estate of a wealthy noble. Further searching reveals the remains of an envirodome, a landing pad, the main manor, and servants' quarters. It is impossible to determine what exactly happened there. The search team has found something truly disturbing in the main hall. An opulently clothed skeleton sitting at the dinner table. The table is set with gold plates covered with old blood and piles of bones. The bones on the plates are clearly human. No other remains have been found on the estate. I'm going to search for things that are valuable. Scout team returns with some expensive weapons taken from the skeleton. After finishing the report, they hurry away whispering prayers. So we got an assault lasgun. Alright, I mean that's kind of cool. Not sure what we're doing with it, but we'll take it. Apparently we also got a level up there, which is very cool. We should do the level up. Yes. Let's go back to the bridge to do that, because it's a nicer environment to do this level up in. I was thinking maybe we just press on, but then I remembered all these level ups give us characteristics. Characteristics will then help us with rolls, which means that if we get another thing, we should probably, another event, one that actually requires a roll, then we probably actually want to have our characteristics being a little higher. So, cool. Back here, let's save, let's level. One thing I do like about this game is the level ups are kind of quick to do, but very quick in terms of how they give them to you as well, right? Like you get maybe a 5-minute level up every couple of hours, rather than another game where you might get like, you know, an hour level up per character, you know, after 10 hours. It feels nice. I was probably exaggerating on the hour level up, but you get the idea. Let's not do us first. Now we're the wrong person to do first. Let me just head out here. Yeah, close the interface. I want to do Pascal first because we already know what we're getting with him. Characteristic, strength, easy. We're looking to get to, is it in the 40s for him? I can actually double check here because it should be in this section. It might actually even be 60. Heavy armor proficiency, he needs to get to 45. Yeah, so he's now 5 off that. Cool. That's where we want him to be. And then his skill is probably going to be tech use, although Medicae is also useful. Let's give him tech use, because, I mean, he is our tech use guy. Let's do that. Right, that seems fine to me. Yep, that's exactly what we were after. Cool. Right, next, and actually, if I just have a look here, he may be able to get his strength level up here, depending on whether we can take the characteristic training strength again. We are not able to do that. Yeah, so he can't get heavy armor then. When's he getting it then? He might get it here if he's able to take strength again on this one. Yeah, if he can take strength again, then he could maybe get it there. Yeah, otherwise we're waiting until... Well, I guess otherwise we're waiting until we finished Assassin and we get another characteristics level up, which is going to be a long time away, but yeah, hopefully we don't need to do that. Alright, let's do us next. We don't know what we're taking, but should be a very quick level up for us. Out of these, what do we need? Perception is useful for us. We might want to improve our ballistic skill, make it so that we can actually hit something. I mean, that in of itself is probably quite useful. It does seem like it's starting to fall off a little bit, so that would be useful. What does this one lower? This one reduces enemy dodge chance against attacks. So I guess if the enemy has a lot of dodge, that would help us. So that's kind of in a similar way to ballistic skill. It's saying that, yeah, so ballistic skill sets your base hit chance. Okay. So within the weapon's effective range is 30 plus 35. So our base hit chance is 65. Then you take away the enemy's dodge. And perception is basically lowering that dodge value. But it can only ever get to 65 as a base. The reason why it's higher for us is we have other benefits that also affect hit chance. Like our weapon has natural hit chance, as does our... Deadeye Shot also increases it. And we have a way of increasing ballistic skill via an ability. But, essentially, we need to raise our ballistic skill a little bit so we actually have a chance of having high hit chance. Yeah, I think I need to take this at some point. So let's do that now. Because I think that will be useful to have. And, yeah, I think a couple of points in here would probably not hurt us. And then on this one... Not Persuasion. Lower Imperium is fine, but we have Jai with that. We have Cassia with that, so that's not really what we're looking for. Lower Xenos. Jai is at 100. We're at 90. Okay. Lower Warp. We are the only person who knows anything about Lower Warp, so that should be us. Yeah. That's our one to take. Logic would be useful as well. It is also one of our things, but we already have it at a fairly high rate comparatively. Let's do that. Next up, we have Roulette. Hers should be very easy. This is going to be Awareness. Yeah, although we could also make it Demolitions if we want to have a second Demolitions person. Maybe. Let's go Awareness for now. And then on this one, that should be Ballistic Skill. Either that or Agility. I'm going to make it ballistic skill because that seems good for her. So, for instance, her base hit chance right now is 100%. If they have no dodge, she has 100% hit. Good place to be. Right. Jai. What are we looking for here? Lower Imperium is obviously a nice one for her to have. Demolitions, she's not that bad at demolitions. She could push more in there. Commerce is obviously something she's good at, as is Persuasion. Maybe she's our secondary demolitions. She could be a secondary demolitions person, I suppose. Could be. I guess if are we planning on pushing her agility up any further? Maybe at some point. Yeah, I could see that happening. Let's take that, and then let's push her agility up. Yeah, that would work. Ballistic skill would also be fine here, but I think agility is actually great because she's kind of a dodge character, so that works. And that now means that she has 65 demolitions, which is not incredible, but I think puts her as the second best person at demolitions. Right, Adira. Lore warp is something that she does, but she's not very good at it. I guess awareness is kind of her thing. Let's go awareness. And then she has the same problem that we do with ballistic skill, I suppose. We could try and improve it just a little bit so she can hit. Yeah, let's just try and give her a little bit of hit, because I think that'll be useful going forward. Because we have noticed occasionally we're missing, like with people. Here, persuasion is her thing, so we'll go persuasion. Why do we have negatives to everything? What's causing this negative? Oh, it's because stronger together gives us a positive, so it's showing as a negative because it's saying she doesn't actually have that as her value, right? Like if you look at her base values, because technically it's a buff. I guess if somebody left the party, they would take their stronger together with them. So yeah, it is technically a buff in that way. I see. Also for the purposes of getting other abilities, like if you wanted Pascal to get heavy armor, it doesn't like having stronger together wouldn't count for him in terms of strength. Okay, that makes sense now that I think about it. Secondary, willpower or perception seems good. Probably willpower. Yeah, let's go with that. She also has terrible ballistic skill, but the thing about her is that realistically she's never going to use her weapon, which I think is why we took it away from her. Argenta. Demolitions. Can't take agility. Perception lowers their dodge. Ballistic skill raises her hit. I guess I'll take one more in ballistics. That's fine. Heinrichs. Here, you get to choose one of these characteristics. We've already taken strength. Yeah, I don't know what this next one is. We could take something like willpower, which would be fine on him. We could take weapon skill, which would also be fine on him. Could take agility, which would also be pretty good. That would give him 70 right now because of stronger together. It would also improve his demolitions, and he is actually the second best demolitions. We could do that. That would give him quite a lot of dodge. Let's give him some agility. Let's keep going with that. Maybe we also give him a little demolitions. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to feel I shouldn't have given demolitions to who did I give it to? Was it you? It was Jai. Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't hurt to have it spread out a little bit, given it's something that nobody is working on. Although he does also do athletics, which nobody else has either. Abelard. Abelard has a little athletics. He's never out of the party. Let's take demolitions then. Yeah. Abelard. We're going to give you carouse, because it's the only thing that you do. As in, like, it's your main thing. And then, as a secondary, I'll take strength out of those ones. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Him using two-handed weapons makes strength even stronger, and it increases his athletics, which is nice. Yeah, happy with that. He is very strong. Cool. Nice, quick level up. Do our save. And let's head back in. Okay. So I think we saw a ship that we can trade with here. Because I think that this one is a merchant ship. I think that's what the symbol above it's meaning. I could be wrong though. A Vox notification from the Augur crew drowns out the usual noise on the bridge. An Imperial vessel, the Dark Piercer, and its escort ships are headed your way. The archives make no mention of either ship or its owner. As you consider your course of action, the ship's captain contacts you first. Introducing himself as the Pilgrim, the captain greets the rogue trader courteously and offers to purchase any information you may have on crystal phlogiston deposits. Okay. Why'd you call yourself Pilgrim? The captain admits that he has not always done the right thing in his life, but he once beheld the blessing of the Emperor himself and followed a special path of service to him ever since. That path he now treads as the Pilgrim. Why does the Pilgrim need phlogiston? The captain's coarse laughter echoes forth from the Vox. Phlogiston is a part and parcel of many different aspects of life in the Imperium. How exactly his customers are going to use it is none of his concern. All the Pilgrim promises is that the phlogiston will be used for the good of humanity. Pascal becomes visibly animated at the mention of phlogiston. Though indifferent to the prospect of a deal with shadowy individual, the Magus nonetheless recommends that you find out more about phlogiston deposits. Your own protectorate would benefit from the knowledge. Sister Argenta sincerely believes the words of the Pilgrim. A cowl or a golden aquila are no prerequisites for being his true servant. If the captain sincerely wants to help the Imperium, perhaps by his own methods, there is nothing questionable about extending a helping hand. So we can find him information, but we want rights to mine it? Yeah, let's do that. Let's say, I'll give you valuable information in exchange for granting the Pilgrim the right to mine phlogiston using the Von Valancius extractiums. Yeah, that's what I want to do. The captain of the Dark Piercer... Oh, we also got a rumor there. Captain of the Dark Piercer is in the best of spirits. In gratitude for your invaluable help, he sends you a small box containing ancient maps and documents. They appear to speak of a certain imperial world lost many centuries ago. Then, in a somewhat conspiratorial tone, the Pilgrim relates a story about a standoff between two Xenos fleets, which he was told by an acquaintance. The person in question, sadly enough, died at the hands of the Inquisition before they were able to pass on the coordinates of the crash site of one of the Xenos ships. However, the Pilgrim knows for a fact the vessel met with its demise on an ocean world. Okay. Farewell, Pilgrim. Okay, he's off. We'll see how that goes for him in the future. So we got some more rumors here. There's the Cash and Kiava Gamma that we've learned about. So, if the scrolls were to be believed, about 2 centuries ago at some crossing of the paths in the Expanse, the entire Imperial world perished. Okay. And then there's treasures on an ocean world of the Koronus Expanse. Okay, I wonder whether we have to go back to worlds to check out these rumors, or whether yeah, or whether they're just found if you go there. Interesting. Yeah, we don't want to do that one just yet. I just want to check. Okay, next planet. Scan it. It's got some plasteel. We said we needed some more of that, so let's grab some more. Right, we have a lot of extractium, so we might as well grab things that we're running low on. Back... Oh, no, we missed this little ship. The Recolager's Plot. Scan it. Are we gonna land? We are. Okay. Landing on a weird ship. I think who I want to take. I think this kind of makes sense for me as a squad to just go to places. We could maybe take Jai instead. Let's just mix things up. Take someone different. Not really any particular reason to take someone different, but might as well just mix things up a little bit here. Quick save. Okay. Hello. The escort team is guarding and inspecting your shuttle. Oh, there's a step. Okay, there we go. Welcome, your lordliness. Please, please, come right in. Oh, you nitwits, quit your yapper and get back to work. Something like that. Quit your gawk and get back to work. Our chief shall greet you.
Let us not dawdle.
Nameplate.
An initial survey of the vessel indicates that my exploratory brethren have already performed a requiem right here. Further examination is inadvisable.
The plate reads, Laethano's Pride. The name Laethano surfaces in your mind, the history of a family from the Koronus Expanse who invested all that they had in a family ship. The ship perished in the warp on its maiden voyage. The Laethano line never recovered from this crushing blow. The ship perished in the warp on its maiden voyage, but we're on one of their ships. So either it's a different ship,
What about the sagacious marauders rooting around in the guts of this dead colossus of the void? Talk to them. Wisdom can be found in unexpected places, Shireen.
Ah, okay. Well, there's the answer to my or. They are marauders who are stripping this ship. Okay. Let's head further in. Whoa, check out the visitors over there. Must be someone big. A tired-looking woman of indeterminate age, clad in work clothes, breaks off from her task to greet you. She freezes momentarily, clearly unsure how to address you, then says simply, "Your lordship, please excuse me. I don't really know your name. Welcome to our little colony. May the light of the Emperor be with you and with us. My name's Reta Maximnova. I'm in charge here." Okay. What is this place? We just call ourselves Reta's crew, and this place is Reta's camp. That's it. We're recollegers, scavengers in common terms. She does not speak the word scavengers with any kind of disdain. On the contrary, there is dignity in her voice, the kind with which one would announce their affiliation with a respected guild or family. Tossing a glance at Pascal, she grimly adds, "And all our work is legal, even though your brethren have no liking for us." Pascal stares dispassionately at Reta with a hint of disgust. Evidently, he has not even considered the possibility that replying to this creature's words could be anything other than heresy. "What do you do here?" "Right now, we're gutting this old heap of junk, slowly but surely. That's a recolleger's life for you. They drop us off at some decrepit station or an ancient battlefield, and we just sit there for years on end. We look for working tech or valuable materials or whatever else might be useful. If we find anything, we sell it to the passing ships. Not the easiest job out there, but those wrecks are chock full of all kinds of danger. But, and I swear on my plasma torch, it's an exciting one for sure." This little bird's got all kinds of bells and whistles. Most of the tech is dead, but we do find working pieces now and again. We spent 2 whole months clearing out this shaft we found, finished just 3 days ago actually. We found this thing, a bit weird looking but still functional. Reta's expression brightens a little. "Perhaps your lordship would like to buy this component from us. I'll bet that big ship you've got could get plenty of use out of it." Pascal's vox crackles to life. Imperiously, he tells her, "Present the object, laywoman." But curiosity creeps into his voice nonetheless. "I will buy the component." "Well, isn't that something? The Emperor himself must have smiled upon us." Reta makes a triumphant gesture. "I mean, thank you, your lordship. You'll be pleased with the results. Rechargeable batteries. Fuel cargo. Alright, so we got stuff we can sell." Her mood visibly improves. "You know, your lordship, it's kind of embarrassing to offer you this, but over in that corner there we keep things we don't rightly understand or can't really use. You could send some of your people to check it out if you'd like. Clearly you know more about this stuff than us. You might find something useful." "So you've got your own ship?" "No, not even close. A luxury like that. You could count the recollegers who got their own ship on one hand. An old worker's hand that got sucked into machinery 3 times and slashed by a plasma cutter twice. We fly with whoever, mostly just taking our chances. Sometimes we hitch a ride on the promise that we'll pay with what we find later. Other times we find other means. Risky business, obviously. 5 years or so back, a crew got dropped off at an abandoned station, but something wasn't right with the life support systems. The ship came back to pick them up 2 years later and found nothing but bodies. About 15 years ago, back when I had my first little one, a ship took 3 crews to locations and ran into pirates on the way back. The ships go out on expeditions for years at a time, so it was ages before anyone realised they were missing. It was even longer before they remembered the Scavengers. Plus it took some time to find a ship that could check on them and pick them up. Long story short, all 3 crews had bought it. Yup. Can you tell me anything about this wreck?" "Not much. We're no eggheads, you know. We're manual labour. It's an ancient thing, pretty dangerous, and we don't really know much beyond that. Before we came here, some tech priests had done their own bit of gutting. I mean, ritualing, bowing to the spirits, all that. That lot don't tend to leave a whole lot of valuables behind, it's true, but it's way too scary to go in before them. And hey, we dragged a dozen of their broken servitors out of the mines after. The carcasses smell awful, but you can still pick a decent number of parts out of a servitor and sell them." Doesn't seem to be anything nasty living inside the wreck now, but the wreck itself is barely holding together. You go a couple of modules from here and that's it. You won't take another ship without fearing that a broken reactor might cook you alive, or a whole module might depressurize. Well, it's nothing we haven't handled before, so we're having a poke at it. We don't have a clue what this ship is or who it belonged to. Okay. You take pride in your trade, I see. Sure do. It takes skill and luck and a good head on your shoulders. Risk our lives every day crawling on top of these old buckets. If something goes wrong, we die. By the scores sometimes. One moment we're there and the next we're gone. Kinda like worker ants. But you know what, your lordship? Our job also has something, how should I put it, poetic about it. I hope you don't judge me too harshly and don't take it as insolence, but some people, even big people like you, think too highly of themselves. Let's say your ship hops into the warp someday and doesn't hop out of it in time. And around 1,000 years later, another gal like myself who needs to feed her 3 ankle biters somehow will be rifling through its remains looking for anything good. That's just the nature of things. Each of us comes and goes, but the way the world works stays the same. We all have our lot in life. Mine is just as good as any other. You speak as if the world is set in stone and none of us can change anything for the better. Ah, those are some big things you're talking about. Way out of my depth. Change for the better? Heck, that'd be nice. Retta pauses to think. If I were younger and didn't have 3 youngsters back home, maybe I would dream about stuff like that too. But as it is, I've got no time for dreaming. I've got to work. I can take you from this place. It's not safe here, and sooner or later it'll drift somewhere so remote that nobody will ever find you again. But this is our whole livelihood, your lordship. You take us from here, and what we're going to do? Sit in some hold, slaving away? Here we've got our own colony, our own operation. No, this is our path, and we won't stray from it. I see. Your lordship. Rita falters as if flustered by her own nerve. Please don't take it as insolence. It's not like I have much choice. It's not often we get well-stocked ships around here, and we could certainly use more provisions and some warm clothes. If that's something you'd be willing to provide, we would gladly barter for it with whatever we dig up inside this here ship. It's just a respectable offer of fair trade. She bows slightly before stepping aside. Okay, so I'm assuming that we're not actually trading with her. This is just assumed trade, and that's why we can take whatever we find. It'll just be traded for. The simple machinery and tools look a bit little worn but well maintained. Working area where the fragments of the ship are disassembled in search of scraps of valuable materials or parts. Or metals or parts. Locked container. I'll open that.
Done.
Damaged safe. The contents of similar safes are destroyed when hacking is attempted. You should not try to open it just like that, but something from the environment could help. Ah, okay. So it's find something and then open the safe. Something is propped against the door from the inside. You can hear piercing sounds of a saw and other tools coming from behind it. Small selection of valuable finds carefully sorted and packed.
I always keep my options open.
The work of crude craftsmanship. You can just make out one of the depictions of the Emperor commonly seen in the Koronus Expanse. The apparatus gurgles and emits a strong smell of alcohol, probably not of the industrial variety.
I always have a backup plan.
Ooh, awareness check?
That's how it's done.
There's nothing here but cheap scrap metal. Was that a pass? I think that was a pass. Okay. Yep, okay, that's fine. More goods. Grab those. Do a little quick save. Wait, do we have the best awareness in our group? Because I just realized that we did the check. Or is it 60? My god, we do have the best awareness. That's worrying.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Among the records was an instruction manual for the duty officer on how to access the safes. You can obtain the codes to the safes by logging into the ship's cogitators. Nice. Oh, and then the other check went away. Okay,
always
cool.
Keep your eye on the price.
Tech use check.
The machine god grants
It's inoperative. Yeah, it's not working. Here.
It is good to see the people of Footfall are once again getting back on their feet. There are many common folk on the station who now will no longer need to fear that they will die of starvation.
Or Specs has detected something.
Vladime's first priority will be to feed the people keeping him in power on Footfall. Aid should eventually make its way to the common workers as well.
Cool. Okay. So just a little bit about us feeding Footfall.
Is there money to
Janus will remain the focus of the Inquisition's scrutiny for a long time to come. What has been happening on the planet is too grave to ignore.
I understand your insinuation, Interrogator. Now let's drop the subject.
Yeah, he's not happy about our deal, but that's okay. He doesn't have to be.
This explorator is blessed with
Hey, we can power
multifunctionality.
this. Okay. Do a logic test.
Just as I planned.
We have obtained the code to the old safe. We can now head over to the safe. And I assume that's the last thing to do in here. I'll double check with her, but I assume this is the last thing to do. Aha! We got a fractal blade. You get a 25% bonus to parry if you use it. Chameleoline cloak gives 10 dodge. Okay, and then fire grenades. Are you using a cloak which gives you dodge, by the way? Where's the cloak section? Is that cloak there? Oh, no, cloak is here. No, you're not. Okay, that's fine. And then you? You reduce dodge. And then you? Parry reduction, armor penetration for melee attacks. Okay, well that's fine then. Right, quick save. Well, Albi, they opened it. Must be nice to be learned. We never would have cracked it. Okay, that's fine. I think that's everything here. Yep, it was a very short trip,
always
but
keep my
you know,
options open.
we got what we needed. That seemed good. So, yes, we've got everything that we needed from that one. Wait, unless... Let me just double check. Oh, there's this bit as well. The other side. The lights keep flickering in the bowels of the dead ship as the recollegers go through their usual tasks. Retta Maximnova sends you her best regards and asks what the colony can do for the rogue trader. We can offer cloves. Retta thanks you for this generosity and sends back a cargo shuttle loaded with dismantled vessel components. Be a while before the colony will require another shipment. Their needs are satisfied for now, and regardless, the recollegers need time to extract new components from the guts of the dead void ship. Can I send you a supply shuttle? As politely as they can, Retta refuses the shipment. The colony's needs are met at present. Okay, so you can come back here every now and again and get some stuff. We could also just shoot the colony, but let's not do that. Okay, so what did she give us then? Was it implied that... Oh, she gave us 200 scrap. Ah, so you can turn uniform kits into scrap. Okay, interesting. Well, happy that we've found that out. But only if we're heading back this way, so... Yeah, it involves us having to actually travel to this system to do. Okay, save the Alderi survivors, or we'll head up here. Let's head, I was going to say north, but like this is, you know, there isn't a north in space. Let's head here. Warp Jump was a success, but the Voxmaster reported the following incident. Beautiful blooming vines had covered the deck and bulkheads in loading bay 6. 2 workers had bent down to take a better look at the flowers, and the vines had devoured their faces before strangling them. The bay was then sealed and purged. Alright. A lot of people die on our ship. Just like a lot of them. Just in general. It's a little bit of a problem, really. Well, not a problem for us. A warp gate. Uh-huh. Well, this is an interesting place to come to. Let's maybe try and face these enemies of humanity. We got destroyed by the last set of enemies from humanity, so let's see how these guys are. I think we're going to be destroyed, but, you know, we might as well try it.
The stars will judge you.
That's a lot of ships, although they don't have a lot of health. Okay. That is nice that they don't seem to have a lot of health. Okay. Another one heading in. It's almost killed our allied ship. It seems like they can't get through shields very easily, but once they're through the shields, they do a lot of hull damage. Wonder if there's a way of improving your initiative in combat, because I hate going last. What are you doing here? Oh, they went within the shields to shoot? Oh, no, they didn't. I thought they went within the shields to shoot, and I was like, that's so cool. I didn't know you could do that. You can't do that. Okay. That's the main ship. I see. So we're kind of looking at going up and around. Going here? Yeah, so let's go here and shoot. Nice. Let's see here. Seeing where we can get our angles going in. Actually, before we do that, cancel that. Can I shoot you with these? I can. Perfect. Do that then. Nice. Now we're going to turn and shoot you.
With the force of a supernova.
And that will allow us to do a swing run next time to turn around. I can't do it this time, unfortunately. We can go full length. Torpedoes out
Let
here.
the void sort them out.
That's fine. We could also try and turn if we wanted to. I don't think there's any way. Yeah, no, there's nothing we could do with that. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we just end our turn. Oh, no. Shields rear. There we go. So they're coming in around the side for us, actually. That's fine. This one we might win. We might actually win. Okay, goodbye, allied ship. Oh, allied ship is actually alive. Never mind. Wasn't too bad, although it's going to get killed by the big ship in a second, I imagine. Yeah, that... It's kind of frightening the way it's moving over to us. Oh, we're still alive. Okay. All the way around. That's fine. For us, we want to do a swing run. Which will then swing us this way, I think. Not quite, but okay.
Engage the engines.
Let's go over here. Am I within range to hit? I am if I extend my range. Let's do that. And shoot the one that's already injured. Nice. I can then use torpedo control to control the torpedoes a little bit. Can't get that much further in, but a little bit further is good. I could try and spin some of these ships, but yeah, they're not really going to do anything for us here. Let's just do that. Move our shield to the front. Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
I revel
It's gone.
the spectacle of their glittering ruin.
Okay, they did shoot the torpedoes, but that's okay. Shot into our shields, which is also okay. We need to potentially go forward and shoot them with our side cannon. That's really quite far from us at this point. Okay. Fly next to it. And I'm just going to explode. I know that if we can get within its shields, then it's all good. Although I guess we can't get within its shields because it's a small ship. Now that I think about it. Shoot it.
Helmsman, Take us in.
Spin it. Okay. Fire.
Large batteries. Volley.
Nice. So now it's us versus this ship. Let's move ourselves up and do a little torpedo.
Torpedoes, away!
Okay. Move ourselves this way. Put shields onto the
Coordinates
side.
set.
Okay. And then we will end our turn. So we're kind of thinking this is only going to be able to shoot us on this side, which is true. It didn't even get to shoot us. It's okay. Torpedoes. Go straight in there, blow up. Huge for us. Shoot them some
Make
more.
every shot count.
Dorsal. That's also hitting there. I was thinking, if we strafe, are we actually... If we strafe a little bit, dorsal still hits at the same place. That's fine. I just wanted to check.
Open fire.
Okay, we did a little damage. We got anything that can hit it from here? Nope. Okay, well, we're gonna wanna see how we want to spin. Guess we want to do
Engage
this.
the engines.
Are we within range here? For 2 range, I'm just thinking 2 range increase. That won't be within range. That's fine. We can potentially spin them, which will probably not do enough damage. Let's just put shields onto our starboard side. Sure. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it's going to shoot on our starboard side by the looks of it. That's a lot of damage. Okay. Didn't want to take quite that much, but that's okay. What is a warp rift? I hate that. Let's try not going into that. Dorsal.
Let them taste our fury.
Spin it.
Return to ashes.
We did it. We didn't have to find out what the warp rift
the
did.
spoils of the battle.
And we actually we won a combat. Alright, so we got this, which is just a... Alright, so this negates damage on the 4 and 5 on the other sides versus 7 on the port and starboard and 3 on the other sides. So this one's better if we're being shot from the front. The other ones are better if we're being shot from the sides. Okay. There's some dark halos. And we got some unholy amulets and a bunch of scrap. Okay. Well, I don't think that they're necessarily better for us, but we can repair our hull, which is good. Yeah, and then maybe next time we can sell some things with the... as the next time we go and speak to them, we can sell some things with the Imperial Navy. Okay. Next ship. That's fine. I don't know why I called it a ship. It's quite clearly a planet. Next thing. We need more plasteel. That's fine. So we're now at 7 plasteel. That's probably enough that we don't need to grab every bit that we see. This one. That's also fine. By their audacious labor and unbreakable spirit to do his faithful servants fuel hundreds of imperial worlds, their entire lives are an example to the true service of humanity, says Argenta. Alright, let's have a look at this warp gate. Lord Captain, we are passing by a construct marked on the star charts as a dimensional gate. Our augurs are not showing any suspicious energy readings. The device is dormant, thank the Emperor. What's this gate? An ancient Xeno artifact, older than humanity itself. Judging by its design, this is a gate leading somewhere? Possibly straight into the wicked abyss of the warp, considering all the nasty shit that used to roam around here. Many captains, Her Ladyship Theodora included, have tried to reveal its secrets, but it seems no one could figure out how it works. Good for them, if you ask me. What was Theodora interested in? Her Ladyship didn't exactly share her plans with us, always kept them close to her chest. I'll go out on a limb and say she was searching for a way to open the gate and see what's on the other side. The Cognizance fleet conducted its own analysis of this Xeno artifact. All records of the expeditions to this site were added to the exploration catalogue. Nasty in what way exactly? I don't want to repeat the rumours and I don't know the truth, but it was bad. There was word of ships and even whole trade convoys disappearing. Captains started avoiding the system until eventually the Lord Inquisitor came here and made short work of it. Hasn't been much in the way of rumours ever since, actually. The Inquisition made sure voidsmen kept their mouths shut. Wherever the gate used to spew out, it must have been profane and a danger to humanity. Report received. I live to serve, Captain. I wish to study this construct. Lord Captain, I would advise against approaching the gate. The Inquisition has declared the entire area around it off limits and packed it with mines. Our augurs won't be able to detect them. Ignore the construct? Consider it done. Is this the Inquisition has filled it with mines until you meet the Inquisition later and then they say, hey, this is how to get through the minefield. And you will be able to progress to the next part of the game that's at the other side of the warp gate. Just a thought. Right, let's head over here. A little bit of warp travel. Acolytes of the Cult Mechanicus have reported a disturbing incident. All Vox systems on the middle deck start broadcasting otherworldly sounds, whistling a haunting melody. The strains of monstrous music drove people into a frenzied dance that could not be stopped. Several hours later, the Vox devices fell silent and the dancing crew members fell lifeless. The area was cleared and the bodies of the deceased were disposed of with the necessary precautions. Okay. Colony management. Hey, we have Doctrines of Rationality done. That got us 3 extra efficiency. Do we want to continue doing extra things here? I mean, we could do a decree on rationality, give us even more efficiency. We lose some complacency. But yeah, it gives us more provisions. I guess so, yeah. Let's do some more of this. Decree on diligence. That's fine. Oh no, this is us processing people into corpse starch. Into corpse starch. Yeah, let's not worry about the implications of what we're actually doing on that one. We'll ignore it for now. We know it's resources for resources. We could spend 12 people to get some promethium and some chemicals here if we wanted to. It might be worth doing. It might be worth it. Maybe. We'll leave that a second. Right, let's head over here, lower it to unsafe, and travel. Then do a chart new routes. So we now have our route to Kiava Gamma if we want it. What we could potentially do is get to Kiava Gamma and then make a route all the way back to Mundus Valancius and then head up the other way. That way we have a link there immediately. We just yeah, we're just not going to use it. Yeah, that could be good. Right. Let's head back to our ship. I want to have a look at the Imperial Navy stuff and see what we can sell them. Because if we have enough to the next rep level, that's really, really good for us. In theory. We'll see. Where are we? He's here. Okay. Completely missed the guy I wanted to speak to. Transportation of goods. Imperial Navy. Select tradable. We can sell everything that we just picked up because it's all tradable with them. I don't know if it's tradable with other people, but it seems like we should really focus on them, given that they're the ones who give us the weapon increases. Yeah. Unfortunately, that didn't give us a new weapon, but that's okay. Or a new, well, anything. Still, fine. Actually, it looks like the torpedoes it gives us... Oh no, they are better. It's 5 of them instead of 4 of them. I was reading it the wrong way round. Yeah, and then this would give us a long range. What? No, this can be. I was reading it the right way round. This one has less torpedoes. Okay. Like the new one. And then this one would be more damage but shorter range. Like instead of a narrow long range one, we'd have a wide kind of medium range. Interesting. Okay. So maybe that rank's not going to give us too much. The next rank afterwards though might. Yeah. I mean, maybe not. That's not even that much better. Yeah, these aren't even that much better either. I mean, that one's pretty good actually. That's 5 melta torpedoes with 27 damage warheads. That's very good. Yeah, do we have to wait till we get to like the next rank up? Kinda, yeah. Yeah, okay, interesting. Maybe we get the better upgrades from just defeating people in ship combat as well. Not sure. And from actually getting the upgrades for our ship via experience, but... Anyway. I think now is a good point to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.